Alright, so hey y'all. I just wanted to give you guys a video update because I figured it would be a lot easier to do it this way versus try to just keep jamming everything into those stories. I went to my cardiologist. I have a few heart conditions, for those of you that don't know. I have these diseases called long QT syndrome. That's a genetic mutation, a hole in my heart. Been diagnosed with what's called POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which causes you basically your heart speeds up and you pass out. So anyway, I went to my cardiologist today to get like an update because I have what's called a reveal link, and a reveal link, which is right here in my chest. It's a device like this. It's an electronic EKG. It stays in you, it's surgically implanted, it stays in you for about 2 to 3 years. I am coming up on year 2, and I was called into my cardiologist, who I have not seen in the last, literally a year and a half ago, November of 2015. So they called me in because they said that I have to get this replaced, and I was like, not having that, but I had to go into the appointment anyway. The good news is that I told him, I said I want it out. If it's a matter of it being replaced, I don't want anything in place of it, because they still want to monitor me to make sure that I don't have what's called ventricular tachycardia. Ventricular tachycardia with long QT syndrome is what causes sudden death. So it's like, everything seems like it's very scary. It is very scary, but at the same time, he knows, and I know personally because I've been living it, he knows just by seeing these readings over the last year and a half. He said, listen, the first few months, you said you were in bad shape. I saw your heart rhythms were all over the place. I had skipping beats, ectopic beats. My beats ranged, my resting heart rate prior to my diet ranged anywhere between 110 to 130 beats a minute resting, and at night before bed it would shoot up. In the morning it would shoot up, especially pre-passing out. I very rarely get any of these symptoms now. If I do, it's detox induced, in which case it's just exposing that weakness and healing it. Fast forward, I'm at the doctor. He said, I don't see any activity. I haven't seen. He said what happened was basically in the beginning it was a lot. I was having bad readings left and right. They were calling me in left and right. And then he said eventually it just started, things started slowing down. And then he said from about summer of 2016, he showed me. And it honestly, like, it blew my mind, because not only do I like feel better, you know, but just seeing it, I'm like kind of getting emotional. Just seeing it, you know, there, like, evidence, you know what I mean? Like just seeing the EKG, seeing a normal rhythm, and seeing your heart rate be between 70 and 80 beats a minute, and not seeing any prolonged QT, which long QT people have. It just blew me away, and I think it blew him away in a sense, because he asked me, he's like, what have you been doing? You know, what, you haven't been to us, you haven't seen us, you haven't, you know, you stopped all your medications, including he knows I was also taking Xanax. He said including the Xanax and everything, and I stopped my heart meds, I stopped all my meds. And I said, after I had my brain tumor diagnosis, my pituitary diagnosis in late November 2015, I said I changed my entire lifestyle. I cut out all stimulants a few months into my plant-based diet. Oh, first and foremost, I cut out all animal products. I switched over to a plant-based diet. I cut out all toxic food and chemicals, and chemicals in my house, like cleaning products, hair products, skin product, anything. There is not one chemical in my house. I cut out all stimulants, no coffee, no caffeines, no chocolates. I'll have chocolate here and there, but that's besides the point. I don't even know what else. I told him, I'm like, that was pretty much it. I didn't get into the whole detoxification thing because I just didn't even want to go there. But I did bring up a point that if I do have this pituitary thing that I'm healing from, I didn't get into everything's related, that these are all labels, and a dis-ease is nothing but obstruction of flow with nerve or lymph or blood in the body, as Dr. Morris would say. I basically just said to him, I've been taking strong herbs that have helped me tremendously. My symptoms are far and few between. I said sometimes they're related to my cycle a little bit, but even that, like, I barely have any heart symptoms, and recently I had a scare, but again, it had to do with detox. I don't feel like it was anything to do with even like relapses per se or regression per se. I mean, we all have those fears and we can go there, and that PTSD, especially with sickness, it's like, you're like, oh my God, what's happening? But yeah, detox just exposes weakness. But besides the point, what I'm getting at is I'm thirsty. I told him everything I've been doing, and he said, listen, we would obviously like to monitor you as best we can. If we can take out your device and replace it, that'd be best. But he said, if you're not having any symptoms, then you're not having any symptoms. You know, there's no need to keep giving you surgeries to get this monitored. He was like, you would be getting surgeries every 2-3 years just so that we can monitor you and make sure that, you know, you're not having these episodes. And I'm confident enough that what I'm doing, I'm only going to get better. Even if I get worse, again, it's a detoxification thing. It is not a regressive thing. I mean, I'm just glad to be getting this thing out. I have to say, he was very nice about it. And even the asthma, he said, how's the asthma? Because, you know, I had bad asthma with my heart, and the same thing. I haven't been on my inhaler, and he's like, you know, it's great. And I'm just really thankful that I never in a million years, and they never in a million years, my doctors never thought that I would be off medications, out of hospitals, not monitored. And that's just for one of my diseases. It's not even for all of them. But I just can't express my gratitude towards, first and foremost, my mom, you know, for just, I know how scary that can be for a mother, to go against everything that these doctors are telling you, your kid's gonna die without surgery or medication. Like, I got 2 diagnoses that I could have a stroke from my brain thing, I can die in brain surgery, or my heart can stop with my condition. And that's really frightening for a mother to hear, and just be on board with me, of me being like, I'm gonna change my diet, change my lifestyle, especially because I was so suicidal at the time as well. Secondly, you know, Mike and his endless support. My best friend Lauren, for when I reached out, she was the first person to help me get on this plant-based diet. And then from there, it's just been my own personal growth, how I've changed, how open-minded I've become, how much more in tune with Earth and the animals and everything I've become, and the connections I've made, and Dr. Morris and the medical medium and Dr. Greger, all these good healing doctors out there that really truly do want to heal and not treat. You know, they know the causes of these obstructions and acidity that we have in our body, you know. I know this turned into something quite long. Sorry, but I just wanted to share, and this is just one of the many things that I am slowly but surely healing. I can only imagine how everything else in my body is just healing, and I would be curious to see if even that mutation itself healed. But thanks for watching, guys.